In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves in conversations filled with unspoken words. We're eager to respond, to share our thoughts, to express our feelings, but in this rush, we may forget the profound power of simply listening. Imagine a space where words flow freely, where silence invites understanding rather than fills the gaps. This is the art of listening, a practice that goes beyond hearing. It's about truly absorbing and experiencing the essence of another's voice. Every day as we engage in conversations, we often find ourselves waiting for our turn to speak. We nod in agreement, perhaps even interject with our thoughts, but are we genuinely listening? Listening is not passive. It requires our full attention, an active engagement that transcends mere sound. It's about tuning in, focusing on the speaker, and letting their words resonate within us. In this journey, we will explore the beauty and depth of listening, a skill that has the potential to transform our relationships and our understanding of ourselves. We will delve into the power of silence, the healing energy that comes from attentive listening, and how it can guide us toward a meditative state of being. The irony is that in conversations, we often forget that silence can be a powerful tool. In a world filled with noise, silence can seem daunting. We might fill it with distractions or trivial chatter, avoiding the discomfort of stillness. Yet it is in these quiet moments that we can truly listen, not just to the words being spoken, but to the feelings and intentions behind them. When we allow ourselves to be silent, we create space for understanding. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is an invitation to dive deeper. In silence, we can listen to unsaid emotions, the subtleties that often go unnoticed. It becomes a canvas upon which the colors of our conversations can be painted more vividly. This is where the power of silence truly lies. When we practice listening in silence, we open ourselves to a broader spectrum of communication. We learn to hear the pauses, the hesitations, and the changes in tone that convey meaning beyond words. Each sound carries a story, and by embracing silence, we allow those stories to unfold naturally. Listening with this awareness is transformative. It can heal the energy within us. Each time we engage in a conversation, we exchange energy, a dynamic flow of intention and emotion. However, when we overtalk or dominate conversations, we often drain our energy and that of others. The act of listening can serve as a recharge, a way to restore balance. When we shift our focus from speaking to listening, we tap into a reservoir of energy that promotes well-being. Think of it this way. Every time we listen intently, we cultivate a sense of presence that radiates calmness, enhancing our own energy while respecting that of others. Listening becomes an act of love, a way to honor another person's experience. In this space of attentive listening, we begin to uncover the basic steps toward a meditative state. Meditation is not solely about the absence of thought. It's about the quality of our awareness. By training ourselves to listen deeply, we enter a state where thoughts become quieter, and we can fully immerse ourselves in the moment. Imagine yourself sitting quietly, breathing in the sounds around you, the rustle of leaves, the distant hum of conversation, or even the subtle rhythms of your own heartbeat. In this mindful state, each sound becomes a thread in the fabric of your experience. You are not just hearing, you are absorbing, integrating, and becoming one with the present moment. As we practice this deep listening, we cultivate a greater awareness of our surroundings and ourselves. We learn to differentiate between the chatter of our minds and the wisdom that resides in silence. This discernment becomes a vital skill in meditation, helping us navigate the complexities of our thoughts and emotions. In our everyday lives, how often do we feel overwhelmed by noise? The world bombards us with stimuli, notifications, conversations, music, and news. Yet amidst this chaos, we can find solace in the art of listening. When we consciously choose to listen, we create a refuge from the noise, a space where we can reconnect with our inner selves. Listening is not just about what we hear, it's about how we engage with those sounds. Every conversation presents an opportunity for connection. When we listen with intention, we acknowledge the importance of the other person's voice. We validate their experience and create a safe space for vulnerability and trust. As we delve deeper into the practice of listening, let us consider the role of empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects us to others. When we listen with empathy, we open our hearts to the emotions that accompany the words. We begin to understand that each person we encounter carries their own struggles, joys, and dreams. Imagine a friend sharing their worries, and instead of immediately offering solutions, you pause and listen. You allow their words to settle within you, creating a moment of connection that transcends the immediate conversation. In this space, you cultivate understanding and compassion, transforming the act of listening into a powerful healing tool. Listening can also be a source of creativity. When we listen to others, we expose ourselves to new ideas and perspectives. Each conversation becomes an exchange of energy that fuels our imagination. The stories we hear can spark inspiration, leading us to create, innovate, and explore uncharted territories of thought. In the silence of listening, we often find clarity. The noise of our thoughts fades, allowing us to see situations from fresh angles. This clarity can guide us in our decision-making, helping us navigate life's complexities with greater wisdom and confidence. As we journey further into the art of listening, let us not overlook the importance of self-listening. How often do we take the time to listen to our own thoughts, feelings, and desires? Self-listening is a form of introspection that fosters self-awareness. It involves being attuned to our inner dialogue and understanding the messages our emotions convey. By cultivating the habit of self-listening, we develop a deeper connection to ourselves. We learn to recognize when we feel overwhelmed or stressed and respond with compassion rather than judgment. This practice lays the groundwork for healthier relationships, as it empowers us to communicate our needs more effectively. Now, let's turn our attention to practical ways to enhance our listening skills. One effective approach is to practice mindfulness in our conversations. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, setting aside distractions and engaging wholeheartedly with the speaker. This can be as simple as making eye contact, nodding in acknowledgement, and avoiding the urge to formulate our response while the other person is speaking. Another technique is to reflect back what we've heard. Paraphrasing or summarizing the speaker's words not only demonstrates our engagement but also allows for clarification. This practice reinforces understanding and creates a dialogue where both parties feel heard and valued. As we continue to explore the art of listening, let us remember the power of asking open-ended questions. These questions invite deeper exploration and show the speaker that we are genuinely interested in their thoughts and feelings. Instead of asking yes or no questions, we can encourage dialogue by prompting them to share more about their experiences. The art of listening also involves embracing discomfort. In some conversations, silence can be heavy and emotions may surface. Instead of shying away from these moments, we can lean into them. Allowing silence to linger can create an atmosphere of reflection, encouraging both parties to explore their thoughts and feelings more deeply. Now, let's consider the transformative impact of listening on our communities. When we cultivate a culture of listening, we foster empathy and understanding among diverse groups. In a world that often seems divided, the simple act of listening can break down barriers and promote connection. Imagine a community gathering where individuals share their stories. As people listen to each other's experiences, they begin to recognize common threads, fostering a sense of belonging and shared humanity. This ripple effect can lead to a greater appreciation for diversity and a commitment to collaboration. In the realm of leadership, the art of listening plays a crucial role. Effective leaders prioritize listening to their teams, valuing their insights and feedback. This practice cultivates trust, loyalty, and a sense of ownership among team members. When individuals feel heard, they are more likely to contribute their best efforts and collaborate toward common goals. As we navigate the complexities of our lives, let us not underestimate the power of listening. It is a skill that requires practice and intention, but the rewards are profound. When we learn to listen deeply, we cultivate connections that enrich our lives and foster understanding. In conclusion, the art of listening is a transformative practice that invites us to be present, to engage with others fully, and to honor the stories that shape our lives. By embracing silence and allowing ourselves to listen without judgment, we open the door to healing, creativity, and connection. So, the next time you find yourself in conversation, take a moment to breathe, to pause, and to listen. Let the words flow around you, and allow the power of silence to guide your understanding. In doing so, you will discover the true beauty of connection and the profound impact that listening can have on your life and the lives of those around you.